Good morning and welcome to Manor Farm Stables. My name is Danielle Baker and my father, Clifford Baker, is head lad for Paul Nicholls. Today is Paul's Owners Open Day and I'd just like to give you all a warm welcome and hopefully I'll manage to get some inside information and some tips for the upcoming season. Now joined by Chris Giles, who is a guy that I'd say really caught the racing bug. How many horses have you got in training with Paul this season?
I think we've got 12 in training with Paul this year, 11 or 12, and all with Jared Sullivan and a couple with Paul Farber.
Many new recruits?
One or two, yeah. We've got Lac Fontana, who's going to be a juvenile, and so he's recovering from being gelded a couple of weeks ago, and he should be running in the new year.
And obviously you've got some of the old favourites. Tricky Trickster, a horse that obviously had a really nasty injury. It was in the Midlands National, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was the day after the Zarkanda won the Triumph Hurdle.
Yeah.
And
ups and downs of racing.
Yeah, it is. And he fell at the first fence. He talked to a very nasty fall. Didn't look like he would survive it and broke a couple of bones in his neck. Came back and, 18 months on, he's ready to start training again.
Do you know what the plan is for him this season?
Yeah, I do. We're going to get him back in the yard in a couple of weeks' time and focus him at hunter chases in the new year, and then aim for the Fox Hunters at Cheltenham, I hope.
Well, he'll probably be in for a good squeak. Obviously, another very talented horse that you happen to own is this Sanctuaire, who's one of those horses that was amazing over hurdles, and then he sort of went a bit sour. I mean, do you think he just wanted to be over fences? Do you think that's why he's suddenly rejuvenated last season?
I think he's a quirky character.
I mean, do you see him going on and winning a Tingle Creek?
Yeah, well, that's what we hope, and that's what we're aiming at. And Paul said today it's his first race, so you'll be going for that. And
obviously another horse that you're very lucky to own is Zarkanda, who had a difficult season last season. It was quite interrupted and you must have been really frustrated about that. Yeah, we were very pleased to win the Betfair Hurdle. I mean, obviously a big race for him, but we were very frustrated that he took a knock early on in the season, and then he caught the cough round about the time of the Betfair Hurdle and wasn't quite ready for the Champion Hurdle. So we're excited about this season. He looks a lot better than he did this time a year ago. He's a year older, so it should be an exciting season this season. And he should run more races. I mean, is the hope to go, I presume, to the Champion Hurdle? And I think that's definitely the aim. We think in time he'll go further. But this year Paul thinks he's fast enough. Yeah. So we'll aim at the Champion Hurdle and try and take a few races in between.
The next one is Viniaco Conti. The plan this year is to probably start him off in the Charlie Hall at Wetherby, ground permitting, the end of October, and then make a little bit of plan after that. I'm not going to rule anything in or out. Definitely have an entry for the King George, but I just see it might just suit Aintree would be perfect for him in the spring and still give him plenty of time.
I think there's a chance he will go for the Gold Cup, but we'd like to give him another year. Yeah, ideally. Avoiding Cheltenham and the festival and wait until he's 8 or 7 rather, and wait until he's ready for it. You've got some exciting Cheltenham festivals to come up then. Yeah, I hope so. They'll tell you what they want to do. No, definitely. He definitely will. Yeah, he will. Yeah, that's for sure. He quite enjoys the limelight, doesn't he? Yeah. I just love that he's so quirky. I can definitely think of worse places to be stood. This is obviously Neptune Collonge, winner of the John Smith's Grand National, who has been one of those horses who's just been so consistent. He's been placed in top class Gold Cups, and it's just so nice that he had his chance to shine, and it was just a magical day for everyone, for the owners, for Paul, but also for the horse, because he's just so popular. And he's being a bit mean to me now, but normally he's like a pony. I mean, I would sit like a baby on him, and he's just so safe and he's so friendly, and he's just an absolute star. So take a bow. Now joined by John Hales, who is for as long as I can remember, been one of Paul's most prominent racehorse owners, and just many congratulations for winning the Grand National last season. It must have been such a special moment for you.
Oh, very special, very emotional. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful day.
I mean, you've been sort of a very influential figure within just equestrianism and the show jumping as well as the racing. Was the Grand National one of those races that you'd always wanted to win?
Well, I can't say I never thought I could win it, so having won it, it was the most unforgettable day of my racing life. You just can't duplicate anything like that. I knew the horse was good enough,
Yeah.
but so many things can go wrong in the Grand National. You know, you just got to be lucky on the day.
I mean, you were very open about the fact it received a mixed reception in your family that you ran him.
Yeah.
What made you think that he really should take his place? I mean, you must have had so much faith in him.
We lost one man at Aintree after 3 weeks after he won the Queen Mother Champion Chase, and those sort of memories never leave you, you know. And because he was a grey Neptune, my daughter wouldn't have it at any price. She said, no, I'm going off to South Wales show jumping. My wife became probably 50-50 because he was brilliant at Haydock Park in the national trial.
He deserved his place.
And he deserved his chance, you know. And that, you know, but I was a bag of nerves. When he jumped the last, I thought he was fourth. I thought, thank God he's safe, we're taking him home. I still didn't believe we were going to win it, even then, you know.
How is he now? Has he come out of the race well? I mean,
he's
really
fine.
fresh today.
Yeah, he was fresh as a daisy. We've got to keep him fit. He's going to go and do some show jumping with my daughter now.
Brilliant.
I mean, it's great to give him a good clap. I mean, he spent most of his life being a fantastic, tough, genuine horse. Won his races, but in a little bit in the shadow of Coulter and Denman. Always ran his heart out in Gold Cups and everywhere. And it was just fantastic that he was able to win his big race.
And also, you haven't just got Neptune Calandre, Alpha Off, another very exciting prospect for you.
Yeah, Alpha
A really
Off.
top-class hurdler a couple of seasons ago. You must have been pleased with his performances last season.
Oh yes, very much so. And with two young horses we've added this year, Unionist and Rustico, I think we've got two very promising young horses there, and we're looking forward to a very good season.
Alpha Off, I know one race you really want to win is the Gold Cup.
Yes.
I know the plan is to step him up and trip. Do you think potentially you could have a Gold Cup win?
Yes, potentially could. Whether it'll be next year or the year after, I don't know. I mean, my family have been very fortunate. We've won now every major race except for the Gold Cup.
Well,
so we want to complete the lot if we can.
fingers crossed, and best of luck for this upcoming season.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Mr. Farber, obviously this fantastic marquee and the open day all on your land. You must be so proud of what Paul has achieved here at Manor Farm Stables.
Well, it's all in the garden as it such happens. Part of the land, part of the farm.
Yeah.
This whole stables was built around cows. I used to milk cows down here, and there were at one time there were as many as 90 cows tied up by the chains. Of course, I'm a nutter when it comes to racing. I just love horses and I love anything like that. And so I'm been always very committed to seeing change, see it get bigger, etc., etc. And there, what are there now? 82 boxes here. When we started, when I first converted it before Paul came, there were about 24 boxes.
I mean, when Paul initially sent you that letter saying he wanted to train here, did you ever imagine that he would be so successful to this scale?
No.
Honest
Simple
answer.
as that. No. No, I didn't. I thought if we had 30 or 40 horses and everything went well, we'd do well. But you know,
Manor Farm Stables, it seems a bit incomplete this season without Denman stood there in box 2. I know that you go down to the yard a lot and you visit him. Do you miss him?
oh yes. Therefore, he's gone up to. He's actually in Shurston at the moment.
Yeah, how's he getting on?
You know, all right. He's on the walker and he started to do things. So they've got to train him up to it. You know who he's with, don't you?
Charlotte
Alexander. That's right. Yep. So he's all right.
What's the plan? Is he going to hunt? And
He's probably going to hunt, I think. Yes, as long as they can sit on him.
I was going to say
So
she's
sit
brave.
on him. Yeah, that's right. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
She's the best woman in the country at it. So
Absolutely.
when you've got a good horse, you send it to the best possible person. Like people send it to Paul Nicholls now.
Yeah.
The best horse comes here.
how many other horses have you got in training with Paul this year?
I've got half shares in 8. So I've got 4 whole horses, but they're 8.
Any new youngsters? I know you like going down the point-to-point track, don't you?
Yeah, I do. We've got the horse that won 2 point-to-points last year called Come On Ginger, which really is a full brother to Brindisi Breeze, so he looks quite good. But they all cost money.
It's worth it though, right?
Yeah, well, I hope it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is. As long as you enjoy it. That's what it's all about.
Also, just a note on Seymour Business. I mean, he's still alive and kicking, isn't he? How is he?
He is. See him every morning. He's out with my daughter-in-law out at Dairy House Farm, and he's absolutely... Well, I stop every so often and give him a polo during the mornings. He's very appreciative of it, because he's not a very nice horse to have out when he is, because he'll sort of be fairly hard on you and sort of think that he's in charge.
Oh yeah,
which
well,
he
he's
is.
a Gold Cup winner, of course.
Yes, he is. Well, he is. That's right. He's been very lucky.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck for this season, and thank you very much for taking the time
Thank you, Danielle.
to chat to me.
Thank you very much.